Raymond K. Hessel, 1320 Southeast Banning, Apartment A. Raymond, you're going to die. What'd you study, Raymond? Stuff? Were the midterms hard?
The question, Raymond, was what did you want to be?
Too much school. Would you rather be dead?
Where is my mind?
Stop.
Listen, there's a constant war being waged inside of my head. Probably yours as well. The angels are urging me towards heaven, and the demons are trying to drag me right down to hell. All the time, 24/7. For the longest time, the demons were winning. They almost won when I was 19 years old. I was working as a concierge in downtown Toronto at a very, very tall apartment building. You know, had a beautiful view of the University of Toronto campus, the CN Tower, Lake Ontario, all at once. It was a fantastic view. Every night around 11:30, half an hour before my shift would end, I would go up to the rooftops, smoke a gas station cigar, look at the beautiful view, and wonder if tonight was the night that I was finally gonna myself off that top, put a stop to the never-ending physical pain and agony that was going on constantly 24/7 for seemingly no particular reason. I was getting pretty sick of that shit, and I wanted it to end, and I did not care if that meant that I had to take a 14-story leap into oblivion. It was pretty bad, man. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't know how to make it stop. Why I was in so much physical pain all of the time for seemingly no reason whatsoever. Very frustrating. I hadn't felt an emotion in months, maybe even years at that point. No anger, no fear, no love, no joy, no happiness, just fucking nothing, dude. All the time. All there was physical pain. I was getting pretty sick of that shit, man. Something needed to change, and I did not care if that change came in the form of the roof of that 14-story building that had such a beautiful view. And I should say that I say it was a beautiful view, but at the time I only really knew it was a beautiful view because I had heard other people describe views like that as beautiful, but no beauty was actually touching my heart. Maybe there was like a little sliver somewhere deep down inside of me that was like that knew, like, this should be beautiful. There's almost like, why is there nothing? I would ask myself that question every night when I went up there. It's like, why do I feel nothing at this? This is incredible. Man. I wish I could go back in time and just look at myself, stare at myself, put my foot on the ledge and just stare down 14 fucking levels, man. Man, I came close. There were so many nights where I just fucking badly and just make pain stop, dude. Honestly, like, the only reason I didn't was the thought of what that would do to my mom. Selfishness is one of my least favorite traits in a person in the world. I can't stand it. I knew, it's like, you don't have the right to do that. Someone takes care of you for 18 fucking years, loves you more than anything else in the world, and you're such an asshole, you're just gonna like, that's fucked up. It's you don't get to do that shit. If I wasn't such a mama's boy, such a little mama's boy, you would not be seeing this video right now, because I would be a little red stain on the sidewalk outside 131 Bloor Street, downtown Toronto. Yeah, that shit was awful. But that's what the voices will do to you, man. That's the living hell that they will place you in if you let your thoughts go unchecked for so long. And you might be thinking, oh, that's an extreme example. Thinking doesn't make you self. Thinking is why everyone sells it. It's the reason, dude. It's the logical conclusion of letting your thoughts run wild. That's what happens. Letting that little fucking voice in your head run rampant for years and years on end. That's where you end up, on the top of a very tall building, looking 14 stories below and thinking, all it takes is a step. Just one step. But most people don't end up themselves, you know? A lot do take that leap, but most don't. Usually what happens is there's enough latent joy in a person's life to just kind of float on by. Enough joy to make it so they never seriously consider taking a long ride down that sewer slide. You know, they have a dream, they graduate college, they need money, they get a job, and they have responsibilities, and life just kind of happens. But it's such a bullshit excuse. Everyone says, life got in the way. Life got in the way? Okay, man. Keep telling yourself that. And the voices in their head, the angels and the demons, continue to wage that war for their entire lives, and they never become aware of it. Forces of hell start to take over, and heaven loses ground. Over the course of 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, everything slips away, and then eventually they wake up one day, they're 65, 70 years old, and they realize it's over. They fucked up. That's what usually happens. Most people don't themselves. They just die very slow, long, painful, miserable deaths instead. Which arguably is much worse, which is how I always thought, which is why looking down 14 stories was starting to look very bloody appealing, you know? Every time you want to do something, every time you make plans, they don't have to be big plans, man. They can be real tiny, real small plans. Maybe you want to write a short story, you know? You ever tried to sit down and write something when you've never done that before? Holy fuck, man. It's not hard, it's simple, it's easy, you know? You're comfortable, you're sitting down at your desk, paper right in front of you, classical music playing gently in the background. It's the easiest thing in the world. You're safe, you're comfortable, you're holding your favorite fountain pen, staring at the fucking blank page, and as soon as you touch it, everything grinds to a halt. The voices come back. Oh, that doesn't sound right. My handwriting's not neat. What goes after that? I kind of have to shit. I should do my laundry. I have to use the washroom. I could have a cup of tea. Got it. Fucking on and on, man. The voices, they haunt you. They fucking haunt your soul, and they're trying to drag you down to hell. It's not that you don't want to write. It's not that you're being lazy. You don't have writer's block. Woo! It doesn't exist. What that is the voices, okay? The angels and the demons waging a war for your fucking soul. And as soon as you try to do something, right? Using this example, let's say you're writing because you want to be a writer. The most important thing, the only thing that matters for a writer to become a writer is for him to write. So when you try to write, that's when they attack. That's when fucking hell kicks into overdrive, man. And they send everything at you to try to fuck with you and drag you back down to their goddamn level. Angels and the demons in the back of your head are fighting a war for your soul, and that's not me being dramatic. That's not being hyperbolic. That's just the truth. Because if you want to be a writer, right? Every time you don't write, every time you let the demons in the back of your head swoop up and steal you away, fucking pause you, tell you not to do shit, tell you not to write, you give up a little piece of your soul, man. You can only give away so many pieces of your soul before you wake up one day and realize that you don't have one anymore, that it's gone. And living without a soul, okay? Living without a soul is unbearable because all you feel is constant physical, unending pain with the knowledge that you've never done the things you're supposed to do. For me, it was like, oh, I didn't think I was capable. I thought I'm not the type of person who can do these things. And if I can't do these things, then, you know, living like that, not worth it, dude. It's straight up not worth it. Beauty and love and hope, and magic. These are the things that make life worth living. And when you give all those things away for the sake of responsibility or taking the responsible route. Is it responsible if you end up dead because you couldn't bear the shame and the self-hate? I don't think so, man. I think at the end of the day, what matters is what works and what allows you to function in life. And if taking the responsible route leads you to fucking die, basically, then how responsible is it really? How responsible is it to leave your family behind with nothing for no reason because you just didn't have the balls to do the simple little things that you needed to do? And I shouldn't say that because it's not you, right? I know, I spent years trying so fucking hard, man, trying so hard to do things that I wanted to do, and the demons won every fucking time. That's what was putting me where I was. That's what was making me step onto a ledge and fucking lean over and just fucking feel the wind, you know? So close, so goddamn close. It's not really you. Becoming aware of that, once you understand this, you can't go back, you know?
Son, you know, once you start, there's no going back.
Because if you see what's happening to you, if you see that the demons are winning every time and the angels are trying their best to help you, but you're just not strong enough or whatever, if you choose to be willfully blind, you essentially start fighting on the side of the devil. You become miserable, you become unbearable. You hurt the people in your life who you love the most and who care about you the most. You tell other people to do things that will lead them to the path of destruction. You know these guys, dude. 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old dudes who gave up on their dreams a long fucking time ago. They give you advice on shit and it's just the worst advice ever. I was talking to one guy who's an older guy. He's like, talking about how I wanted a girlfriend or whatever. He's like, just go get a whore. What? What the fuck would I do that? Giving advice like that to people is what ends up happening when you give up. Giving up like that, choosing to fight on the side of the devil as opposed to having some balls and pushing the demons back into their little fucking cave makes you evil. It rots your soul, it rots your physical appearance too, man. It destroys you on the inside and the out. It's an incredible thing. It has such a real world effect. Like, this type of shit sounds woo-woo to people, especially nowadays, but it's just observable reality, man. People who are happy, people who are whatever the word is, actuated, actualized, are happy, they're healthy, they look better, they're more enjoyable to be around versus the people who don't, the people who lied, who gave up, who made excuses, who let the demons fucking win, are very unpleasant, and they look disgusting and they act disgusting, you know, bad people. You need to become aware, you need to be aware of the voices in your head and what they're trying to get you to do, because they are so powerful, man. They will make you or they will break you. It's such a real thing. You gotta start trying to take the power away from the evil ones and giving it to the good ones, right? I started doing this when I was 19. When I was 19 and I got tired of the constant on and off, will I, won't I, ooh, maybe today. You know, it gets tiring and old and you start to feel like a eventually. So one day I remember I was driving into work and I said to myself, if I don't roof tonight, I'm not going to, and that's going to be the end of the conversation. And I didn't. I thought about it for a bit, you know, put on the fucking, on the railing out there, peering down, smoking a gas station cigar, thinking all the pain could end right now. But I didn't, and then I started paying attention to the voices. And shit, dude, my life's gotten so good. Once you choose not to die, you start choosing to live, you make that decision concretely, everything's way better. Well, it's not way better, I should say. It takes years, dude. Once I made that decision, it was like 19, 20, 21, 20, it was about 4 years before things kind of started to fucking go. But I just didn't give up, dude. I would stop, you know, I would go for a few weeks or months and then I'd fucking quit again and I'd be out of it. I'd go back to being a degenerate alcoholic, smoking weed all the time, jerking off constantly, playing video games until 4, 5, and 6 in the morning. And then eventually I'd get tired of it because I remembered, I'm not gonna kill myself, I should probably get back to trying, and then I'd try again. And those cycles repeated themselves for years and years on end. They had years. But they got smaller each time. They got smaller and less devastating. The first time I decided to try and make myself something, I went for a little bit, something happened, boom, I was out for 6 months, you know? The next time I tried, going, something happened, boom, 3 months this time. Next time I go, whoop, boom, 1 month. Next time, 3 weeks, fucking 2 weeks, you know? And then it's like 5 days. Every time I failed, I'd be out of it for a week at a time. Eventually those failures started lasting like a day. Something would happen, get drunk, wake up hungover. Instead of that destroying me for 6 months, it would be like a day or two where I'd be out of it. And then I'd get back on the fucking horse, dude. Something absolutely devastating would have to happen to put me down, and I wouldn't stay down because to stay down is death, basically. A lot of the voices in your head, because they aren't your voices, right? This is the thing people have to understand. People think their thoughts are them. One of the reasons I believe in magic so much is because I know they're not me, dude. Because my intention from my soul is to do good, is to do things, to work hard, to do the things that I know I need to do. I tried so hard for so long, got nowhere. Why is that? Because I wanted to, but I was incapable. So the voices are not yours. I think they're from heaven and hell. Call it whatever you want. That's the example I go with all the time because it makes the most sense to me. But the thoughts are placed there in the first place by all sorts of things. Subliminal messaging, government psyops, music. Just look at what the CIA did to the black community with rap music, dude. They got one-shotted by that shit. They've never recovered. This shit's powerful, man. Music, I know people make fun of like the whole back in the day, oh, rock and roll is satanic. It's like, yeah, it's silly, it's dumb. Rock and roll music is not satanic. They're harping on that horse, harping on that whatever, you're beating that horse so much. They were correct in that music has a huge effect on your brain and your psyche and your soul and your thoughts and feelings, man. It's basically magic, really. Music is magic. Anything that can change you that much, oh, it's crazy. And while all that subliminal messaging, like the things you look at and read and watch do have a huge effect on you, really the majority of the thoughts come from your childhood and your innate personality. I spent 8 years from the time I was 11 years old to the time I was 19 just torturing myself, calling myself all sorts of names, punishing myself. Every little thought, desire, transgression, every time I acted up, which as a teenager you act up all the fucking time because your hormones are going crazy and you're fucking horny and you're angry and you're sad and you don't know what to do about it. Every little thing, every little fuck up, every little thing I did wrong, it was you're a piece of shit, you're a degenerate, you should yourself. What the fuck do you think you are? You're ungrateful. Blah, 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 blah. You know, giving hell all this ammunition, basically making it impossible for the angels to win the battle, and yet they prevailed. You know, that's the power of heaven right there. Just shit that if anyone else, I would never say any of that to anyone. And if anyone said it to me, I would tackle them to the ground. But for some reason, it's okay when it's coming from the back of your head. Think a little bit, okay? That's not how this shit works. You're a human being, an individual. We're all just people, man. We're all just beings of love. But I mean, seriously, like, what's the point of doing that? There's no point. It doesn't get you anywhere. Fuck, man, Eminem, one of the things that pisses me off about Eminem, there's a line in a song where he's like, I bully myself because I make me do what I put my mind to. Fuck does that mean? Bullying yourself? Bullying yourself doesn't get you fucking anywhere. Bullying yourself is how you end up doing that, dude. Don't do that shit. Would you bully someone else to get them to do shit? No, because it doesn't work. But at the end of the day, while everything around you, your environment, the things you listen to and watch, and the people in your life do affect you and add to the voices and shit, it is still your responsibility, because even if it's not you per se, the voices are in your head, and you have a duty to fucking leap down into the depths of your fucking cave in the back of your head like your goblin slayer, okay? And just decapitate the motherfuckers. Keep them in there, right? Keep them at the end. Put them to the sword, man, okay? You gotta put them to the sword. Because if you don't put them to the sword, what happens is they you, like all of his little sidekicks in episode 1. That's what happens. You do have a responsibility to do that, but you can make it a little easier on yourself. There's some things you can do, you know? The music you listen to beautiful, nice, romantic, lovely music, all right? Bach, Beethoven, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole. Hopeful music that inspires you and is objectively beautiful. By the way, if you don't believe in objective reality, you're wrong and you're going to end up in hell. Literally, figuratively, religiously, however you want to put it. You will go to hell if you don't believe in objective reality. Frank Sinatra is the best singer. My bad, you know. I'm not making the rules, I'm just reporting the facts at the end of the day. Avoid shitty people, okay? Don't watch horrible, depressing, miserable shit. Cop shows are dude. You want to watch some 17-year-old girl get every fucking night? No, you don't, because that fucks with your head, and it's uncomfortable, and it sucks. So don't watch shit like that. Spend time alone, dude. Some people, I've never understood, some people hate being alone. To me, it's the most, I love being alone, right? I cannot stand, man, I value my privacy so much. I'm terrified of going to prison, not because of anal, which is why most people are afraid of prison. I wouldn't let that happen, okay? I know I look kind of twink-like, but I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is living with fucking 3 or 4 cellmates, you know? Having people look at me all the time. That's the worst part of prison, not the anal. You only get if you ask for it, basically, in prison. If you refuse to get you won't get as a man in prison, is what I'm saying. But you can't refuse to have no privacy, because that's just what prison is. Listening to better music, not watching miserable shit. These are all surface level little tips and tools that will not solve your base problem. They're just kind of accents that will help and make it easier and help you become aware of what happens when you listen to horrible, like disgusting rap music. Fuck you go, fuck a hoe, suck my dick, I do cocaine. Shit like that. Like that, you listen to that for 15 fucking years. Eventually, you're gonna be doing cocaine, fucking hoes, and saying fuck the government. Which, you know, fuck the government is the whole thing, but whatever. The point I'm trying to make is that I spent 8 years just saying the worst shit to myself constantly, 24/7, putting my fucking face in the dirt, making myself miserable, giving hell so much ammunition to drag me down and fucking put me in the fucking ground, man. I made the angels' tasks in my head damn near impossible, but like I said, they prevailed. Didn't jump, and that's a miracle, frankly. The fact that I was able to pull that shit out. And back when I couldn't feel emotions, one of the things about listening to like better music is trying to learn how it affects you. I remember when I couldn't feel emotions ever. The only thing that kind of stirred something in me was looking at pretty girls, okay? Not in a sexual way, although yes, in a sexual way, but like, I remember after I didn't decide to and it was like, okay, we gotta fix some things here. One day I spent like 5-6 hours in my bed just scrolling Instagram and Pinterest and shit, looking at pictures of pretty girls in dresses and trying to, because there was something, it wasn't just sexual, it was like there was something else I was feeling, and it was beauty is what it was, right? And I was trying to feel more of that emotion and kickstart that in me more so I could hold on to it and feel other emotions, right? Because I didn't feel fucking that. People don't understand what I mean when I say this. I felt nothing, dude. Just physical pain and agony and discomfort all the time. I would wake up and I was in pain. That's what happens when you have no soul, when you let the voices and the demons win. But pretty girls are, you know, beautiful. They make you feel that emotion. Another thing is flowers. Looking at flowers, a flower growing through the stones. Man, I love that shit. That's what a beautiful woman is to me, you know? It's a flower growing through a stone. Love that shit. Because it's like the strength in beauty. Beauty is what makes life worth living. And the strength that comes from beauty is so delicate. It's delicate like a flower, but it's the thing that makes everything in life worth it. That's why it's worth defending. That's why it's worth protecting. And that's why you need to get used to feeling it, man. It's the answer to so much. I could go on and on about this. I probably will. I'm going to make a hell of a lot more videos on this topic. of the voices in your head, of the importance of beauty, why I love women so much, because they kind of saved my life in that sense. But in the meantime, I'll say, don't let the thought patterns repeat. Like, become aware of what's happening the next time you try to do something that you know you want to do, that you need to do, and you just can't fucking do it, man. And put those voices to fucking, because they deserve to be, and only you have the power to do that. Put them to the fucking sword like Goblin Slayer, cut their heads off, or they will you.